Hello, welcome back to my channel. Tonight we are going to open a couple of boosters from Lord of the Ring, and I will show you what I found in a previous video that I was not able to record, unfortunately. Then I will show you this at the end, and then we are going to open these two, and after, in the middle of the two, I will show you what we got in the previous booster. They are quite interesting. They are not great pull, but they're quite interesting. Then here tonight, as I said, let's start with one. Then I will get this little going to work. And these are made in USA. They are different than the one that are made in Belgium. I don't know about the car quality. I will compare it afterwards. But for the moment, they look really good. Okay, the first one is the Sauron the Necromancer. It's 42/81, and I take the opportunity to show you also the other one that we got. This is about more beautiful. The one is Trail of Possibility, and this is the works. What I found is this Medusel, the Golden Hole of Edoras. Golden Hole of Edoras. It's a land. It enters tap unless you control a plane, and if you tap it, then after you can get one plane, and it's very nice. And there is this little kind of image that you can see. I don't know if you can see inside. It's a foil, very beautiful. It's a commander. And perfect, this is will go in my deck. Then I just leave it there. Then after we get a plane, a basic land, then this is a common. Let's take another one from the other that I found. Then this is a food. After we go another plane, then still common. And here we get the improvised club. Then it's an instant, it's a common, it's a 1+ mountain. It's an additional cost to discard or to dispel, sacrifice an artifact or a creature. Improvised club deals 4 damage to any target. And quite interesting. Let me just take this one, or maybe I can take 2 or 3 of this one. Well, it's mixed. Then Sheriff. Then it's a creature, it's a soldier. When enter the battlefield, you may sacrifice a token. When you do, exile target creature an opponent control until Sheriff leaves the battlefield. It's a 2/2. It's the cost is 1 mana plus 1 plane. And after another card that we got, it's Rosy Cotton of South Lane. Then when enters this battlefield, create a food token. And whenever you create a token, you can put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control other than Rosie. It's a 1/1, and this is a 2+1 plane. After we get Butterbore, Bray Innkeeper. At the beginning of your end step, if you control a food, create a food token. If you don't control a food, create a food token. It's a 3/3, and the cost is 2 land, 1 forest, and 1 plane. And this is an uncommon like Rosie, and actually like Shire. Now let me just put them there. Let me see if I'm still recording. Yes, it's still recording, very good. Then after we get the Lash of the Balrog. Then this is a sorcery, additional cost to cast the spell, sacrifice a creature or pay for. Destroy target creature. Then this is a common. After we get the Nasty Hand. As an additional cost to cast the spell, sacrifice a creature, draw 2 cards. If the sacrificed creature was legendary, draw 3 cards instead. And it's 1+1 swamp, and it's a common. Another is Sirit Angle Patrol. Then this is a common, it's a creature. Sacrifice another creature, you draw a card, and then create a food token. And after we get a couple here, yeah, this is super cool because I have also very beautiful search for it. Then Dolan Kerbane, creature, bird of horror, flying. When enter the battlefield, amass 2 orcs, then it's +1/+1. Then after, let me just put it here. After we have an uncommon, Elrond, Lord of Rivendell. Then this is a legendary creature. Whenever Lord of Rivendell or another creature enter the battlefield under your control, scry 1. If this is the second time this ability has resolved to this turn, the ring tempts you. Then it's 3/2 and it's a 2/+1 island. Let me just put this down a sec. Okay, I'm back. They're surrounded by orcs. Then this is a sorcery. It's an holo and it's a common. Amass orcs 3, and then target player mills X card, where X is the amass army power. Then it's 3/+1 island, and it's common. Actually, this goes there and this goes here. Then after we get Mahur Urak High Captain, legendary creature, orc soldier, and it's an uncommon. If you wait a second, I want to take my sword forward. Actually, it looks a little bit different because it's not the same card, but I wanted just to show you the beauty of the sword foil. Let me just take it out. And this is a fantastic sword foil. Just leave it there. Okay, then it's a legendary creature, it's an orc soldier. This is an uncommon menace. If one of more ++1 counter would be put on the army, goblin or orc you control, that many +1/+1 counter are put on it instead. Then it's 2/2 and this 1 swamp and 1 mountain, and this is an uncommon. After we get Gothmod Morgul Lieutenant, I think we got also another one in the other pack, I have to check. When Gothmog enter the battlefield, amass 1 orc and put a +1/+1 counter on an army you control. It's also an orc. If you don't control an army, create a 0/0 black orc creature token first. Okay, this we can move there. Let me see if I can find. No, I don't have it. Okay, then let me just put this because I don't want to see what we have after. Then this we said it's uncommon. After we get the Grey Hole of the Citadel, it's a land, and we can add 2 mana in any combination of color to spend on a legendary spell. And it's a common. After we get Ant Fury, it's a sorcery, 1 forest, put +1/+1 counter on the target creature you control, and if its power is 4 or greater, then that creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn and fights target creature you don't control. After we get the Wizard Rocket, and it's an artifact, and you enter the battlefield tapped, and it's 1 land. And you can sacrifice this rocket, and you can add X mana in any combination of colors. This is for special cards. Then it's a legendary creature, Shark Retirement of the Shire. This is activated lands. Your opponent control can be activated unless they are mana ability. Then when it has all the activated ability of the land you opponent control except mana abilities, then this is a 2/4. It's a 2 land, 1 island, 1 swamp, and it's a beautiful card. Okay, after we get Pippin, Bravery, and you can may sacrifice a food. If you do, target creature get +4/+4 until the end of turn, and otherwise the creature get +2/+2, and it's 1 forest. Then this is another surprise. Then it's a Book of Mazarbul. Then you amass 1 orc, put 1 counter +1/+1 on an army you control. It also an orc. If you don't control an army, create a 0/0 black orc army creature token first. You amass 2 orcs, and after the third one is creature you control gets +1/+0 and gain menace until the end of turn. Uncommon, it's 2 +1 mountain. After we get another uncommon, Denethor Rolling Steward. Legendary creature, and it's at the beginning of your end step. If a creature died under the control, I just look if it's still recording or not. And this turn, create a 1/1 white human soldier creatures token. With 2, you can sacrifice another creature. Each opponent lose 1 life, and you gain 1 life. Then it's 2/4. It's 1 plus 1 plane plus 1/1. Okay, let's see the nasty hand now. This is different than before. As an additional cost to cast this spell, sacrifice a creature, draw 2 cards. If the sacrificed creature were legendary, draw 3 cards instead. Okay. Okay, well, now we got another mythic. Then it's a legendary land. When enter the battlefield, tap unless you control a legendary creature. Then you can add 1 swamp. Beautiful, beautiful card. Pity is not foil, but okay. Then now we get Old Man Willow, legendary creature, 3 folk. Old Man Willow power and toughness are each equal to the number of control. Whenever Old Man Willow attack, you may sacrifice another creature or a token. When you do, every creature an opponent gets -2/-2 until the end turn. These 2 land plus 1 swamp. Say that the Belgian one are the best. It's quite surprising. Okay, then we get a nice dragon. Then this is Lord of Nazgul, 6481. Very beautiful scene. Let me show you again. Very, very nice. Okay, after we get a swamp. Come on. Mirkwood Bats. I use this card a lot. Then as flying, whenever you create or sacrifice a token, each opponent loses 1 life. It's a 2/3 and it's 3 land plus 1 swamp. After we have Mirkwood Spider. Oh well, we have the bat, we have the spider, perfect. Creature, the cost is 1 forest. As a death touch, whenever a spider attack, target legendary creature you control gain death touch until the end turn. Huh? Wow. And it's 1 plus 1. After we get Ithilian Kingfisher, then this is another common, and there's flying, and when dies you can draw a card. The cost is 2 plus 1 island, and he has 2/1. After we get Dawnland Crebain, then this is a creature, bird overlord, and when enter the battlefield you are amass 2 orcs. Put 2 +1/+1 counter, an army you control. It has also an orc. It's 1/1 or 1/1, and it's 2 lands plus 1 swamp. After we get a plane that it's you cannot pass. It's an instant. You can destroy target creature that block or was blocked by a legendary creature this turn. Oh, very difficult to play. After we get Lost to Legend, then it's an instant. You can put a non-land historic permanent into its owner or library fort from the top. Okay, it's 2 plain. Then this also it's an uncommon. We get an uncommon Grima Worm Tongue. Then this is your opponent can gain life. Oh really? Okay. Sacrifice another creature, target player lose 1 life. If the sacrificed creature was legendary, amass 2 orcs. Then this is 1 left 4 and the cost is 2 plus 1 swamp. Let's see if we find something interesting. Then this is your Wrath of the Healing House. You can untap another target permanent. If you tap this one, untap 2 other target legendary creature. Oh wow. It's 1/4 and the cost is 1 island plus 2 land. After we get the Knights of Dol Amroth. Creature, whenever you draw your second card each turn, put a +1/+1 counter of Knight of Dol Amroth. It's a 3/3 and it's cost 3 land plus 1 island. Okay, after a mythic, then instant, press the enemy, return target spell or non-land permanent and opponent control to its owner hand. You may cast an instant or sorcery spell with equal or lesser mana value from your hand without paying its mana cost. It's 2 land plus 2 islands. Okay, and this we put here, and here we get, let me see what we get as last. Last it's nothing, and this one it's Escape from Orthanc. It's an instant holo. Target creature gets +1/+3 and gain flying until the end of turn, and you can untap it. Then very nice, actually, very beautiful. Also with this light, it's wow. Okay, cool. Let's see. Maybe we open another one. Maybe this way do 4. I think it's good. If you can do 4, I think it's very good. Okay. Let me see, I think we find something nice. I didn't do it on purpose, but let's see. Okay, then this is also the ring, Arwen Undomiel, and it's 1381. Very nice. Okay, then this is a swamp, and it's a common, this clan. Orbit Sting, this is nice. Instant, Orbit Sting deals X damage to target creature, where X is the number of creature you control plus the number of food you control. After we get Pippin Bravery, then this is, you may sacrifice a food. If you do, target creature gets +4/+4 until the end of turn. Otherwise the creature gets +2/+2 until the end of turn. This is one forest, and it's a sorcery, then you get 1 forest, search your library for a basic land card, reveal it and put it in your hand, and then shuffle it. Second breakfast, instant, up to 2 target creature gets +2/+1 until the end of turn, create a food token, and it's a 2 + 1 plane, second breakfast. After we get Glorfindel Dauntless Rescuer, whatever you scry, choose 1, and this card gets +1/+1 until the end of turn. Must be blocked this turn if able, and can be blocked by more than 1 creature each combat this turn. Then it's a 3/2 uncommon, and it's 2 + 1 forest. After we get Arwen Undomiel, that is the same as the art series. Okay. And whenever you scribe, put +1/+1 counter on that creature. Then after you can scry 2 if you do 4 +1 forest 1 island. Then it's 2/2 and it's 1 forest 1 island. Ta-da! Okay. Celeborn the Wise, then whenever you attack with 1 or more elves, scry 1. Whenever you scry, this card gets +1/+1. And after, let me see how many minutes we have still. Okay. Celeborn the Wise, then whenever you attack with 1 or more elves, scry 1. And whenever you scry Celeborn the Wise, get +1/+1 until the end of turn. After we get Mirror Galadriel, it's a legendary artifact, and here, wait a second please. This is Miro Galadriel, then it's an artifact, legendary, its cost is 2, and after it's 5 plus tap, you can scry 1, and then you can draw a card. This ability costs 1 less to activate for each legendary creature you control. Very good, uncommon. After we get Samwise, the Stout Hearted. Then this is an uncommon, it's a flash, legendary creature. When Samwise enter the battlefield, choose up to one target permanent card in your graveyard that was put there from the battlefield this turn. Return it into their hand, then the ring stamps you. Then it's 2/1. Okay, and after we get the Battle of Bywater, destroy all creature with power 3 or greater. Wow, this is cool. Then create a food token for each creature you control. This is excellent. This is really excellent. Wow, very good. After we get You Cannot Pass, that is completely different than before, but this is foil. Destroy target creature that block or that was blocked by a legendary creature this turn. Actually, I want to see You Cannot Pass, the normal one, just to see how it is. Oh no, it's the same. Why? I thought that was different. Anyway, I let you see both. Then you see, of course, how it's different. And this, the cost is 1 plane, and after the last is Ballistic Bolters. Then thank you very very much for coming tonight to my channel. Then I will upload the video shortly. And this is what we found. We found for 4 different booster 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 uncommon, and these are there are 2 holo. And after we find all these cards, let me see, there are a lot. I will not count them, but I just want to see how many holo we find. 2 as well. Okay, now we get 2 and 2, and after we get the special cards. And the Battle of Bywater, we get Press the Enemy, and after we get